got me a cup of sweet tea here because we're about to get into the tea. Hey YouTube family. So
the reason why I have a plate so I can make a fish.
Okay, that's fine.
Wait, are my crayons in here?
No, your crayons are, oh yes, your crayons are right here. Okay, but for real, y'all, so today I just want to honestly be very transparent with y'all and show y'all the real. I want to show y'all the behind the scenes of what y'all see on Instagram, what y'all see on TikTok. Papa, you're crawling right through my tripod. Y'all, he like literally crawled perfectly through it. So I'm gonna let y'all know now, I'm a mother, okay? So there will be interruptions in this video, and it just is what it is. All right, y'all, for real, let me get into it before the kids. So I want to give y'all the real behind what y'all see on social media. Social media is not fabricated. I don't like pretend to live one way on there, but because I'm not super transparent on that platform, y'all can look at my videos but not have the full context. So it's not that I'm hiding anything or trying to make my life seem like something that it's not. It's just y'all don't have the context, because I feel like Instagram is not necessarily the platform for that. Instagram, when it comes to the algorithm and stuff like that, a lot of people will find your page and see your videos, and basically I have boundaries on certain platforms and the boundaries look different. So I wanted to come on here and share with y'all, the people who are actually interested in seeing what it looks like to walk with Christ and do life with Christ as a young person, as a married person, as a mother, you know, as a woman, all of those things. I want to be able to be open and transparent with y'all without all the extra noise. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. Anybody can find this video and give their 2 cents, but it's less likely because it's YouTube. Like, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we're going to dive into what our current situation looks like, because again, y'all see everything on Instagram, but you may not have the context. So let's talk about it. So as I stated in my first video, in October we moved in with my mom, right? Big blessing, very, very grateful for her, very, very thankful, because like, we could be homeless, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure another family member probably would have let us move in too, but I'm just glad that she said yes. I do thank God for that yes. It has helped us a lot, especially because in October I was pregnant. We were just getting ready to welcome our baby boy into the world, so that's very scary. And I don't have a spirit of fear, but it can, you know, the enemy will try to play in that, you know what I'm saying, and use that against you, like, oh, this is gonna happen and that's gonna happen, and so it could just become very overwhelming. So I'm very grateful that she stepped in to help us out and help our family out. So with that being said, this is our room. We all share one room, uno. So 2 adults, 2 children. Now, thankfully, my mother does have a couch that is in the room next door to us, and it turns into a pull-out bed. So at nighttime, we do have Honora sleep on that bed. However, everything else is in this room: clothes, toys, shoes, jackets, anything you could think of. It's in this room because we try not to. This is not our house. And so we tried not to bring all of our stuff all around the house because it's not ours. At first we did do that, and I didn't really like it. It didn't feel comfortable. I felt like because there's more of us than there are the other people that live in the house, it was like clutter, you know what I'm saying, to them. And so I just brought everything down here: bottle warmer, diaper changing stuff, all of the things. I just brought it to our room. And it honestly gives me more peace, because I don't feel like such a burden. I don't feel like our family is making my mom's house junky, or, you know, there's all this clutter, because my mom, she does have OCD. She's very particular about things, and so I also wanted to take that into consideration. And so even when we did have our stuff all over the house as if it was our own house, I did straighten up. We did clean up after ourselves, stuff like that. But like I said, you know, her living room had all the baby's toys and all, you know what I'm saying? And now it's just like, okay, that's enough. So we brought it down here. Now, that made this room 10 times more cluttery, if that's even a word. And just to give y'all even deeper perspective, like me and my husband, our dressers are right here. We have very limited clothing because only so much can fit in those. People have closets full. They get a whole plethora of shoes and things like that. We don't get that luxury. And yes, I call it a luxury because it is a privilege, it is a blessing. And I feel like God really used this situation to humble me, because my whole life growing up, I had what I wanted, had what I needed. I never lacked. Never lacked, never went without. Even when I was on my own, even when I was living in disobedience, I made it happen. Like, I still had what I needed and wanted. And it wasn't until recently, like I kind of touched on in my previous video, it wasn't until recently that everything literally got stripped from us, just about. And it was very humbling. It was very humbling because it's like, I had put my, yes? Look at your fish! Can I show the camera? Anora made this fish. It is so cute. Look at the lips, y'all. Okay, I love it. Excellent job, big girl.
Thank you.
So yeah, it humbled me because I had actually put my mouth on somebody when it came to their living situation. So be careful. If you out here talking about people like, oh, they can't even take care of themselves, they can't even take care of their kids, they doing this, they doing that, da 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 da, and you feel like you're above them because you got X, Y, and Z, the Lord giveth and he taketh away. Okay, so I had to repent and just humble myself because, baby. Anyways, though, it really humbled me because, you know, it just showed me how much I took for granted in life and how honestly ungrateful I was, because that was my normal. Like, having what I wanted and needed was my normal. I didn't know anything other than that. So to me, that was the standard. But honestly, that's a privilege. Like, honestly, the Lord does not have to bless us like that. He does not have to do that for us. And so I'm thankful for this experience, because when he does give us our home that he has promised us, I am not going to be, you know, feel like I'm up here or feel like I'm better than or any of that. I am going to weep. Like, I'm going to weep. Like, I could cry right now just thinking about it, because like my mind has been renewed in that area, and I know that it's a blessing. I know that it's a gift. It's not a requirement. I'm not entitled to any of this, but he blessed me with it anyway because he loves me that much. But yeah, we're very limited. So we wear the same clothes over and over again. Thankfully, I live with my sister, so I wear her clothes because I'm tired of wearing the same clothes over and over again. Bubba. So I take her stuff all the time, same with my mom's shoes and everything. Okay, but yeah, like my husband, he's very limited in what he can wear. Anora and toys and stuff, we're very limited to what they can have because we just don't have the space to store it. It didn't used to be like that. Like, we used to be able to buy however many outfits and shoes we wanted to. It's just, it's different. You know what I mean? It's very different. It hasn't been easy living like this, but like I said, it's been humbling. And it has definitely shifted our perspective on life in general. Just helped us to be more grateful and thankful. Also helped us to realize that you really don't need a lot to get by. Like, the materialistic stuff is just that. It's materialistic. You need something, big girl? Okay. You really don't need it. And we've learned that, like, living very limited has allowed us to see, like, you don't need a whole lot. Like, you can have joy, you can have peace, you can be happy and not really have much, you know what I'm saying? Or be very limited. And it can be hard because I'll see people that I personally know that have the things that they desire, and you know, they have their own place, they have all this like Apple equipment, and they have a closet full of clothes. You know, their babies have their own room, and it's just, you know, I see all those things and I'm like, wow, like they're so blessed. And sometimes it can make me emotional because I want that for my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want my babies to have their own room that they love coming into. You know, I want them to have a playroom that's filled with the toys that they love. And I want them to have a backyard with a swing set. I want them to be able to experience us, you know, blasting worship music and dancing around the house without bothering anybody. I just want that for us. And I know that it's coming, but it can be hard seeing that and not living in that. You know what I'm saying? God has even had to help me in that, because it's like you start to question, like, okay, well, God, why? Like, there's people who are not living righteously, people who are not devoted to you, people who could care less about you and what you think, people who are doing everything under the sun that displeases you, and they have everything I desire to have. And so you start to ask those questions, and one thing God revealed to me is the big difference between you and them is, yeah, they have everything that you are praying for, but guess what? They don't have the one that you're praying to. Come on. They don't have me. So yeah, they have the materialistic things. They have the home, they have the car, they have the clothes, they have the shoes, they have the 5 bedrooms and 5 baths. Okay, they have the kitchen table, they have the beautiful furniture, they have the brand partnerships, they have, all of those things. They have the big ring, they have the money to get their hair done all the time and their toes and nails done all the time. They have that. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. They do. But they don't have me. And you do. And that is what's most important. Because imagine having everything they have, but without me. It's not fulfilling. And so that helped me to see, because I was starting to feel like, well, Lord, we do everything we can to please you. So why are we still stuck? And other people who are not living for you are thriving. So he had to shift my perspective. And even when it comes to people in Christ who have what I've been praying for, the same way that he did it for them, he is going to do it for me. So he said, don't look at it as they're better than you. I gave it to them because their works are better than yours. It's not about works. It's not about any of that. They're my children just like you are. So the same way I did it for you, I'm going to do it for them. Like the Lord showed me, he's like, you have children. So what if Josiah comes to you at age 3 and he's like, but mommy and daddy, Honora has a big girl bike. Why don't I have a big boy bike? Why do I have this baby bike? Well, the same way we did it for her, we're going to do it for you when the time is right. You're not big enough for the big boy bike. She is. So she got one and you got a smaller one that fits your current stage of life. So where I am in life right now, God has us where he wants us to be. And yes, they have exactly what we're praying for, but it's not our timing to receive that yet. God is still doing other things, right? And you have the spiritual warfare side of it. It could be a spirit of delay, it could be other things, but even in all of that, God is still sovereign. So he's allowing the spirit of delay to operate. He's allowing the enemy to, try to hold up the blessing. Satan had to approach God and ask for permission to do anything to Job. God is sovereign. He is in control of all. And he allows certain things to take place for a reason. So we don't have our own home yet for a reason. I believe it is on its way. I believe it is coming. And I believe that it is coming quickly. But there's a reason why it's not here right now. Yeah, God just did a whole lot of mind work and he has to shift my perspective. And don't get me wrong, the thoughts still come, okay? Especially when things happen, because things be happening. Things be happening, okay? So especially when things get a little rocky, I be like, Lord, what you doing? What you doing? I'm gonna quit rambling. And I pray that, this just gave y'all insight and hopefully blessed you in some way, shape, or form. Even if you're not in the same position as me, maybe you can apply the revelation and principles that the Lord pointed out to me and gave to me to your own situation. It's so easy to think somebody's life is one way and it's really not that way. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to assume, oh, everything's great for them. God is just blessing them and this is and it's like, yeah, he is. But there's also so much happening behind the scenes that you may not know. So much warfare. There could be lack. There could be generational curses. Just so many things. You know what I'm saying? And so I just wanted to give that insight. I felt led, since we moved here, I felt led to document this current season. And I'll be honest, it's a little embarrassing. I'm married with 2 kids and I'm living in my mama's house. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing, but God is being glorified through it. And when we get out of this place, literally all the glory will go to him, because it wouldn't 100%, it would not have been on our own strength. We can absolutely not afford to live on our own, but God's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. And when he does it, I'm going to testify and he will get all the glory. I will make sure everybody knows Jesus Jesus is paying this mortgage. Jesus blessed us with this home. Jesus did this. He's gonna have to. There's no other way. We literally cannot do it on our own. Like literally, the math is not mathing. When it happens, please know that only God did it. It was not by our own might or our own strength, but by his spirit. So, anyways, I said I was done rambling like 5 minutes ago, but now I'm really done rambling. I just wanted to share that with y'all, and like I said, I pray it blesses you. So I will see y'all next time for the next video. Love you. Bye.